Steven told me where that
Birklor's wedding party, would it be better to have them curl or cute? Curl.
That's a crying. Zero to cry in 1 second.
You almost made it here without crying. All right, so we have a lot of food, a lot of drink, a lot of awesome people. Some of us are very finely dressed, as you can see. Anyone who has bets on how long this is going to go, I wish you the best of luck. Which side you have, and anyone who has a bet on me crying, you're a winner. That is going to happen. So. This is a pretty interesting situation here because while you guys are waiting in anticipation to see what I am going to say and what I have planned out here, as I've been planning this for the past 3 or 4 weeks, mostly. Two things you guys are probably thinking right now. Number one, what rhymes with hug me? At some point, hopefully, as we have some drinks, we figure that out this evening. Number two is, what in the hell am I doing officiating their wedding? And I'll be honest with you guys, I have no idea. And I'll tell you why. Because I indirectly tried pretty damn hard not to do this. But these two wouldn't let that happen. And that probably needs a little bit of explanation. 2009, I was traveling the world playing a card game called Magic the Gathering. It's probably ruined many a life. Nerd. In the audience. And it's quite good at doing that. Yeah, half the party's been ruined by this game. As I was traveling the world, I was embarking on a 3-week trip from Indianapolis to Barcelona, Barcelona to Seattle, Seattle to Honolulu, Honolulu back home to Indianapolis. While I was getting prepared for that trip, I had no idea what I was going to do to prepare for 3 weeks of traveling and playing Magic and not being at home. I wrote an article saying such, and I was asking for feedback and help and comments, and I got a lot of those. And the first person that answered that feedback was this guy to my right. He sent me a Facebook message, giving me help, giving me support, telling me what I should do. I opened the Facebook message, I read it, I clicked on his name, as any good Facebook stalker would do. I found out where he was from, Alaska. And then I said, what the hell does anyone from Alaska know about anything? And then I deleted the message and did not respond. So, I went to Barcelona, I went to Seattle. Fast forward to the tournament in Seattle. Well, fast forward to round number 11. I'm sitting at 8-3. There's one person sitting on top of the standings, sitting at 11-0. He's standing to my right. So that guy who had some advice about what I should do and perhaps what I should play from Alaska, he was kind of right. How do you do with that tournament?
So, now, I know you're trying not to laugh because I know you're thinking about the tournament right now.
Yep.
And I just want to bring that up.
But story ends there.
It did not go the way that he wanted it to. Now, after the tournament was over and he was a little bit frustrated, which is understandable, I decided I was going to introduce myself to him because he was right and I was wrong. So I was going to bite the bullet and do that. So I walked over to him and I was like, hey, you sent me a thing and I didn't respond to the thing. And he had every reason to be dismissive, to not give me the time of day, and for lack of a better term, to be an asshole, like I was to him. And he did not do that. Now, after the tournament was over, he had the option of either A, hanging out with Corbett,
What's up?
and getting some drinks, or B, he could hang out with this girl that he knew, and we get to see where that would go. That girl was standing to my left. Now, interesting circumstance with her is how I met her. Now you see, we'll fast forward to 2010. In 2010, there was another tournament here in Seattle. Steve and I were developing a relationship on whatever social media website we were using at the time. And he said I could stay with him, stay on his couch. We'd get ready for this tournament. We'd have much fun. We'd almost certainly not win it, because we don't ever do that. And I would get to meet his girlfriend. So I booked my flight. I got on the plane, turned off my phone, went to sleep. Wake up, have 2 text messages when I turn on my phone. One from him saying, here, I'm at SeaTac. I'm ready to pick you up. And we will do some things and get ready for the tournament. 2 from Kyle Bodie, who is in attendance here with his beautiful wife, Astrid, who said, I am here at the airport, ready to pick you up. And we will have some fun. And we will go to Paseo.
To be fair, we said we were going to Paseo too.
Also true. So, I've known Kyle since I was 15, because we both grew up in Cleveland. I have known Steven now for about 4 years, but then for about a year. I didn't really think much of it at the time. I went with Kyle, we went to Paseo, and I said, hey, just drop me off at Steven's after we're done, it'll be perfectly fine. What you don't know is that she brought her sister's truck, planned her day around meeting me for the first time, having lunch, and then he was going to introduce me to his girlfriend. Asshole. So, fast forward to Kyle dropping me off at the house. I get in there, Steven's here. He says that Erika is a bit angry at the situation, and I have the fear of God in me. Now, when she gets home, she has every reason, like Steven did in 2009, to be angry, dismissive, not give me the time of day, and frankly, for lack of a better term, to be a bitch. She did not do that. Now, what's interesting about the two of these people, who I love very dearly, is that through everything that has happened between us, especially at the beginning of our relationship, they had every reason to not give me the time of day whatsoever, and they have chosen not to do that. When I was flying home from Seattle after we had hung out at your place and not won the tournament, eating some of the worst Chinese food I've ever had in my life, I thought to myself the entire flight home, why are these two people so nice to me when they have absolutely no reason? And the reason, and the answer to that question, is the answer that you guys already know. It's because that's who they are. They're two of the nicest, most honest, most sincere people I've ever met in my entire life. And as I was getting this speech ready and finishing it yesterday, and watching a lightning storm, as most of you guys probably saw yesterday, hoping that it would not rain like it is right now, I thought to myself, please don't rain. Please don't rain anymore. Please don't rain. And the reason I thought that is because I didn't want to ruin the wedding. But what I realized is that it won't. Because they're in the presence of all their family, all of their friends, some really good food, some awesome drinks, and we're going to have a great time. So it doesn't matter if it's going to rain, because it's going to be an absolute perfect wedding. I love both of you guys more than you know, more than I can tell you, and more than I show. And like I told you, in 2010, when we were watching fantasy football, no pants on. If you let this girl go, I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Punch me in the throat.
Tell her what you know.
Crib notes.
Now he's got a live
4
twin
years down,
getting hitched.
and many more to come. Your friends in town celebrate the film. We always knew we would find ourselves here. We'd have a few fits and a whole lot of beer. But our proposal wasn't so normal. So I'd like to go ahead and ask formal. I only wished it.
You're so bad at that.
You're good, man. Come on. You got this.
He's got it clear.
We believe in you.
Use his shirt if you want to.
Couldn't get any worse.
I only wish to me. This is my life. That's why we'll have this for the rest of our life.
I thought that life had to be perfect. I thought that you had to have the perfect career, the perfect house, the perfect pet, the perfect body, the perfect everything. I thought you had to be perfect for you to win. And now I realize that literally everything is imperfect. The only thing that you have that has to be perfect is the person that you fall asleep next to every night. And they don't have to be perfect. What you have has to be perfect. I couldn't ask for more than you. And I couldn't love you more. But I prove myself wrong every day, so sorry. Maybe I can. I love you and I like you.
Hey, the winner.
The rain.
Is it rain?
Yeah, it's definitely.
Right there on the middle of his cheek.
Steven, do you take Erika Taylor to be your wife? Erika, do you take Steven to be your husband?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
We have a married couple, Steven and Erika Birklor. And if you thought that the first one was nice, the second one's going to be much better.
Here's an encore, guys.
What is happening?
Okay, no.
So, we as a family have always talked about our parents. She's caught off guard by quite a bit. So our family, for quite some time, have talked about my parents renewing their vows. Been together for a long time, through thick and through thin, and I'd have to say that one of the best things I've learned growing up is how to love someone and how to be a part of a family. And the biggest thing I've learned is that everyone always looks for a love that's unconditional. And what you guys have taught me is that love is conditional. Is that everyone has conditions and expectations and all of the above, and it's all about finding out what those are and exceeding them. And I've never met two people that have spent their entire life I've never met two people that have spent every day of their life through the biggest obstacles and struggles, just falling in love in different ways every minute of every day. And that's what you guys have done.
I feel fortunate that I've been taught that no matter how rocky the road, you need to figure out a way across it. My parents have dealt with a marriage that actually includes 3 people, Sam, Deidre, and MS. And even though it's been a struggle, we've made the best of it every time. We laugh in the face of adversity. We did that when she was in the hospital, and we were really fucking pissed about it. And so, today, Dad is showing Mom that forever, you guys are gonna laugh in the face of adversity. That even though shit really fucking sucks sometimes, it's gonna be fine. Because we have the core of each other.
Fine.
Yay.
Yay.
So,
I am the bride!
so, do you have a poem? Yeah, so we should have been prepared for this because Dad told us a long time ago, but we're not. So, thank you. gonna read a poem that Dad wrote. And really all I remember about the poem every time I read it, I cry like a baby. Because it's about how MS takes stuff away because it's a jealous soul. And you just have to wait until you can pick up the pieces and fall in love over and over and over again. And I think that that's true of anybody, even if you don't have MS in your life. So Dad, do you promise to try to pick up the pieces every single time? Laugh in the face of adversity and take this woman to be your wife.
I do love you.
No.
Mom, do you take Dad and promise to pick up the pieces every time? Laugh in the face of adversity and take him as your husband? They're married. We're done! Let's fucking eat and drink!